Alright, so I don't usually make videos about my AUs, but I decided, hey, I have this speed paint. I don't know what else I'm gonna do with it, so might as well. Might as well. We're gonna talk about an AU where Ember is not evil. So in this AU, when Ember and Violet join Thunder's group, Snake is there. Snake is one of Slash's cats. In this AU, Snake joins Thunder's group. I would say why, but it's not relevant. So Lightning Tail is suspicious of Ember because, like, in the books, Ember is just, like, going out, doing strange things, and so Lightning Tail, one time on a rainy day, goes and follows him. He finds Ember is hunting, so Lightning Tail, while Ember is about to go hunting again, Lightning Tail walks out and is like, hey, what are you doing? Lightning Tail is, like, shocked because Ember just straight up attacks him, jumps on him, pounces on him, they get into a scuffle, Lightning Tail wins, because he's superior, I guess. And then Ember basically has a breakdown, and Lightning Tail's like, oh, geez, are you okay, buddy? And Ember's like, no, I'm not okay. I need to hunt for myself or I'm gonna starve. And Lightning Tail is like, dude, no, you can take prey from the fresh kill pot. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. They, like, bond, and so they go back to camp, and Ember has finally shared his prey. No one sees this happen, because it's the middle of a downpour. So, that's unfortunate. So Thunder is like, oh, Lightning Tail, I didn't know you and Ember were friends. And Lightning Tail's like, this is a recent development. Don't question. Lightning Tail doesn't mention the fact that he got thrown at a tree because he just doesn't feel like causing that kind of issues for Ember. Also, I forgot to mention, but Lightning Tail, like, sits in Ember's nest. He's not allowed to snuggle with him or anything. He just sits on the edge because it's raining. He doesn't want to go back to his own den, so he's just sitting on the edge of the den, on the edge of the nest. Anyways, then they just kind of friendship for a little bit. There's not much that really goes on. Lightning Tail is friends with Snake/Snaketail. He changes his name to Snaketail during that one meeting. Speaking of, during that meeting, Ember is accused of being disloyal because he doesn't want to change his name, and all the other shit he's been doing in Riverstar, like in the books, is kind of, like, confronting him about it. However, unlike in the books, he refuses to go to Slash and goes on a whole rant about how Slash is just a horrible, deplorable creature. And Slash is like, what? You don't like me? How could this possibly be? Speaking of, in this AU, Ember has a family. Ember's family is kind of like this. His father is Snaketail. His mother is Swift. We don't talk about Swift. We don't like Swift. Swift is terrible. His grandfather is Slash. Yeah, I gave Slash a family. He killed his wife, because of course he did. He is Slash. His wife's name was Moonsdawn, and she was perfect in every way, and he killed her. He also killed his other two children, but that's not really relevant to Ember. He never met them. But so Ember is like, no, Slash, I'm not going with you. And that's the end of that. Anyways, Ember and Lightning Tail are doing a training session one time. Lightning Tail wins. However, Ember has a bit of a panic response and just has a panic attack on the spot. And everyone's like, oh my god, are you okay? What is going on? Lightning Tail helps him through his panic attack. He ends up getting clawed in the cheek, but he's like, it's fine. Ember's having a panic attack. And I'm just gonna be like, how dare you claw me in your state of panic? No, because Lightning Tail is not an asshole. He would never. But anyway, they bond. And then Snaketail almost dies. He almost gets killed by Beetle. Beetle is another one of Snaketail's kids. Beetle and Ember are siblings. Rain is also one of their siblings. So yeah, that does make Ember and Violet Dawn in-laws. I just thought it made a little more sense that Violet Dawn is so intent on defending Ember if they're literally related. But anyways, that's just a little plot thread that doesn't really do much. I mean, Ember hangs out with Violet Dawn a little, but he doesn't really trust her that much or anything. They just kind of, they coexist. Moving on. So Ember's like, I thought you died, father. How could you? How could you almost die? Then Ember kind of just leaves Snaketail because he has to go on patrol. So yeah, we don't see what happens then because it's Snaketail's chapter. And it is their chapter. They're chilling out in the sunlight. And Snaketail tells Lightning Tail about, his new relationship, and Lightning Tail's like, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna say what the relationship is, because it's not about that. But Ember's just kind of like, I was in shock. He told me first, I spaced out in shock for 5 minutes, while he tried to defend himself. Anyways, the only reason I'm really bringing this up is because later on in this chapter, there's a whole scene where Ember just stares into Lightning Tail's eyes, very intently. And then just goes, you're safe. And then Violet Dawn gives birth. So that's the end of that. The next time they really interact is during the final battle with Slash. Slash grabs some of One Eye's rogues and was like, guys, let's kill the group cats. And I was like, this is a great idea. Yay. So Lightning Tail and Ember are fighting side by side. This cat named Lime, her name is Lime. Her eyes are yellow. She was named because of her eyes. Why is she named Lime then? Because her brother is named Lemon and he has green eyes. She's a former kitty pet. Her owners were little jokesters. Then Beetle almost kills Ember. Just almost kills him. Slits his belly open. Tiger Star style, except he didn't actually do the killing part of Tiger Star's death. So Beetle has a bit of a panic attack. Everyone likes to have panic attacks. It's really chaotic. This family needs all the therapy, especially Snaketail. Oh my god, poor Snaketail. So Lightning Tail, like, cradling him in his arms. He's like, no, Ember, you can't go. I love you. And Ember's like, he just, like, nods. And he's like, yeah, I love you too, man. And then Ember doesn't die, so now Lightning Tail has to forever live with the shame of confessing. I'm just kidding. He wasn't ashamed. Also, this is unrelated to the relationship, but there's a really cute moment of Lightning Tail just, like, chilling with, his in-laws. Did I just... It's adorable, I swear. Look at it. It's beauty. It's grace. Anyways, moving on. Then Ember and Lightning Tail, they don't officially really get together for a while. Like, everyone's constantly badgering them. Like, guys, you confessed. Get together. Like, no, we don't want to rush a relationship. And everyone's like, okay. But, like, you should get together. And they have to be told several times by Thunder, guys, stop pressuring them. For the love of God, if they want to be together, they can be together. But yeah, that's it. That's basically it. They get together eventually. And by that, I mean, someone's like, what, are you guys, like, mates now? And they're just like, yeah, sure, why not? Why? That's how they make it official. They get pissed off with someone who's bothering them, and they're just like, yeah, we're mates, actually. What you gonna do about it?